تتهون الشيخ
البارح حطوه في الجروب تيليشارجيتوه كنت بالزيرو
بعثولكم هذول بعثوله
Interested in the message. Sorry, I cannot just read like blah blah blah. This is my way of explaining it. You don't mind, yeah? I've noticed that when we say casual conversation, it may be informal or formal. If you are two close friends, informal. Imagine that me and Amira, we should use somehow a formal style. That's it. See the examples, inshallah, and you will understand. And please bear in mind this distinction, the social function. The social function the example holds. Chatting to an adjacent passenger during a flight or a plane flight. You imagine you are traveling, someone is sitting next to you, and you start a conversation with that person. Are you going to discuss really heavy, serious matters? You see what I mean? The focus won't be the message. You are two passengers, strange passengers. I don't know, you will probably comment the topic. Remember the topic and comment?
Yeah.
The topic would be plane conditions, maybe the weather exactly. Maybe time, timing, the duration. That's it. It should be a polite conversation that does not keep to develop the basis for future social contact. I'm laughing here, you understand what? Now, chatting to a school friend over coffee. Again, it is just a casual conversation that serves to mark an ongoing friendship, A student chatting to his professor. Imagine me, I get outside of this amphitheater, joining the department, and then me and one of the students, chatting together, interacting together. So it should be a polite conversation that reflects an equal power between the two participants. Another example, telling a friend about an amusing weekend experience. You understand here? It's just to have some fun. And by the way, here is the trick. Most of the time, we start interacting, and if time and conditions allow, we finish transacting. Wait until you see what is transaction, and you will understand how. So here, just telling like a small talk, telling about an amusing experience that you had in the weekend, and having him recount something similar. Why not? So it is about sharing some personal recounts. Clear so far? Right? What are the features of this speech or of this type of talk? Remember, it has a social function mainly. That is to say, we are not really interested in the message, we are interested in presenting ourselves, our roles, if you want, as participants in the speech only. That's why you have the second role, it reflects role relationship. Doctor-patient, teacher-student, friend-friend, something like that, student-student. And then, of course, we will understand the speaker's identity. It may be, of course, formal or casual, no rule to that.
Yes.
Here I should stop at this point and maybe explain more. This type of talk there are rules for managing topics. And there are rules for asking questions. And rules speech magazine, remember?
Yes.
And one of the magazines was the Manners or Manner magazine, Pragmatics, remember? Now, interrupting someone who speaks is considered as a violation of the Manner magazine, yeah? Not respecting the rules you want. In English, you need to wait for the right moment in order to intervene. There are ways in order to do that. In English or in any language, in fact. Now, topic management. Remember last time, this corresponds to what happened to mapping out the idea. Remember stages of speaking? Can you come back, please? Stages of speaking for formulation. What did we say? It is about mapping out the idea. Now, have a look at the second stage concerned with fleshing out the idea, that is syntax. What did we say? What is the rule generally? What is the rule in English? It is providing the topic and then commenting on it.
Yeah.
This is about what? This is about topic management here. How to manage the topic. Shall I move on? Do you need some time to take notes? It's okay? I'm not too fast? Enough. Is it so urgent? Because me personally, I switched off. It's urgent. Yes. Oh. I get it. Question is strategy. Question is strategy. I don't know. In the Arabic language, I used to old ladies that we meet in the waiting room. You know, waiting for the doctor, asking us teachers how much we earn. In our society, and you know, it is culture bound. This is a question that people ask. That you agree with me that I did that. You have to go straightforward. You think I don't know? So when we ask questions, we need to decide about what to ask. Or what to ask about, how to ask it, when to ask it. Yes, this is the when. I mean the context.
The most important is how.
Yes,
Yeah.
what to ask about is more important. Not that yes, how to ask it. But even when you ask about someone's wage, even if you do it in the most formal way as a father, it is not convenient here.
Yes.
So I prefer to start with what to ask about first, how to ask, and of course, wait for the right moment to do that, the where and the when, the context I need. Clear so far?
Clear.
Now, providing feedback. أحبائي, you watch American movies, yes?
Yes.
Have you noticed when two people are talking to each other, the other one keeps saying,
Intonation.
great, excellent, I like that. What is this? This is a feedback to say, oh, I'm following, go ahead, carry on, all of this, right? Enjoying it. That's it. So, all these nodding heads, facial expressions, some expressions, verbal expressions that we use, they are all meant to provide feedback. Clear so far, everybody?
Yeah.
Yes. Now the last one is for sure clear, huh? It
Yeah.
reflects degrees of politeness depending on the style, of course. Have a look at the next feature. what we call generic words. It is explained, by the way. I have given you an example. Generic from, let's say, general, broad. We do that in spoken language. We don't really specify, let's say, species. We use the family. The family that engenders the term. Here, for example, usually when you watch a movie, you hear actors saying alcohol, for example, maybe wine, but not specifically using the exact drink. We use that in spoken English, right? Using generic words. We tend to say flowers, not a rose, daisy, or yeah. You understand? But when it comes to writing, we are more specific. Yes, come in. We are more specific. Yeah. Another feature is the use of registers. You already studied this in linguistics. Yes. It's a vocabulary that is typical to a given especially job. Job context. Like lawyers, they use their own jargon. When I say we, I mean we are specialized in didactics. We do have our own jargon, by the way. When we say Piaget, GTM, SLT, accommodation, these are terms that we understand and we use. And even if Amira uses a term with Manal, it's okay, they understand each other. If someone else, just from literature, comes, he would say, what? Assimilation. What? Assimilate what? Understand? Forget about it. And we do find that in different domains, even in the domain of medicine. Have you noticed when doctors start speaking to each other? The last one. What is the meaning here? Interaction is jointly constructed. I speak, and you speak according to my speech.
Yes.
Then I react to your speech. It is jointly constructed.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yes.
Let's see now the skills involved in this interaction. That is to say, أحبائي, if you want to teach this type of code, these are the skills, maybe the functions, you will see, that you need to teach in the classroom, right? The first one, how to open and to close a conversation. You see in English when we use small talks, they are short. They are not really meant to initiate a conversation or, let's say, discuss a topic. But there is a way in order to open a conversation. Typically in English, how do we open a conversation? We greet. In all languages, we greet. But in English, it is the weather.
Asking about the weather.
Usually, if anyone wants to start a conversation with you in English, we usually comment on the weather, right? Or, for example, if you are close, I may comment on how you look nice, although you don't necessarily look nice, if you see what I mean. It is a nice way to start a conversation. Oh, you look fresh today, you look nice today. And then you start a conversation. How do we close a conversation? Again, there is a polite way in order that typically, a typical closing in English would be يبقى أنتي طبعا تدوبيها صحة تدوبيها deux syllabes صحة صحة deux syllabes ça suffit mais qu'est-ce que ça veut dire we are what? What?
lazy.
Ah, we are fast. On est des génies. This is food for thought, my dear. And I'm at stick. If any very good. طيبين الواحد. أنا في قولي شيء الله يلا نخش ولا دخلت c'est bon صوتكم هذه موبيل حاشا لي ما يسمعش أنا اللي حلا ياسر Allez, choosing the topic is another skill. Remember the wage example I have given you?
Yes.
If we apply our Arabic culture and use it when we speak English, it would be a disaster. Making small talks, which are light conversations with friends, acquaintances, people that we know. You need to know how to joke. Yeah, this is a skill by today, no? Not all people can do that. Recounting personal incidents and experiences, like what happened to you last night, a movie that you have watched last night and enjoyed, something very brief. You need to know how to take turns. This one maybe is good to explain using adjacency pairs. Remember, we said that this type of talk is what? Jointly constructed. It depends on me and you, right? What does it mean, adjacency pairs? You have the pairs that go together, speech pairs. For example, I invite you, you accept or you refuse my invitation. I make an offer, you accept it or you refuse it. I ask a question, you answer. What else? I complain about something, you maybe ask for apology or try to remedy the situation. Have you noticed? A, B, adjacency pairs. So what are they? They are a sequence of two related actions, one in response to the other. We should know how to react to others, maybe by providing feedback here. Remember the example of feedback I have given you before? And of course, using the appropriate style of speech. Now, I can promise you one thing, is that after we deal with the transaction, you will understand interaction better. Even if for the moment you don't feel like, yeah, you got it, I wouldn't say 100%. Wait, we will deal with transaction, then you can make the contrast between the two. Okay? The same thing, we define it, we give some examples, its features, and then the skills involved in it. To transact is to focus on what is the sense. I don't care how I present myself to you. What matters is what we are speaking about. The topic. Did you get it? Yeah. Now what I want you to Try to contrast the two. I don't mean they are opposite, huh? They are different. Just different. First one, social function. Second one, the method matters. Wait, let me read. See the examples, huh? See the examples. Classroom, group, discussion or discussions, and problem-solving activities. Notice that what matters in